Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Salatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'du. Okay, so before start, please turn on your camera while I'm preparing the OneNote. Yes, thank you. Okay. Yep. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today, we will continue our topic. So still trigonometry. So do you still have your what is it? Your exercise? So I'll just show you, I think. So today we are going to plot, graph of trigonometric function. So if you remember not the last one. One of the previous exercise, I asked you to put the numbers on, fill in the tables, for sine, cosine, and tangent from 0 to 360 degrees, and I gave you some angles, like the special angles there. So 30 degrees, 45, 60, 90, and then the next one in the second quadrant is 120, and so on. And I asked you to fill in the table to fill sine, cosine, and tangent of each function for each angle, So okay, let me show you. So if you still have them, then please please bring it, or no, actually please access the Google Classroom, because I have made some correction to this exercise. So okay, not the worksheet, not the worksheet, the previous one. Related angles, Okay, so it seems 3 more people hasn't submitted. So for those of you who haven't submitted, then it's your chance to finish the table while also drawing the graph. So okay, let me check. Okay, so let me just give an example first before you start doing the graph. So hopefully we will be able to finish all of this today, So next meeting we can we can continue with the next Okay, wait. Oke, izin off cam karena kejadian kurang stabil ya, silakan. Ya, yang lain silakan di ini ya, dinyalakan kameranya atau kalau yang tidak bisa silakan konfirmasi lewat chat juga boleh. Mana sih OneNote tadi? Nah, okay, so IPA. So yeah, today we are going to talk about graph of trigonometrical function. And actually, I have okay, wait. Bentar ya, saya rapikan dulu. Okay, yeah, so actually I have yeah, if possible, if you still have the graphing paper, then later please use it to plot the graph. If not, then you can use normal paper, but try to plot the graph as accurately as possible. Yeah, so yeah, you should try to scale it well. I mean, yeah, the scale should be 1 by 1. Yeah, 1 by 1. So okay, actually, let me just change. Okay, so yeah, so actually, did you see anything here? Only saving, yeah. Oke, nggak apa, kita pakai yang lain aja berarti. Oke ya, jadi sebenarnya tadi saya sudah buka ini GeoGebra untuk ya supaya mirip ini ya, mirip graphing paper, tapi ternyata gagal. Nah, jadi saya pakai ini saja. Nah, jadi kalau kita pakai milimeter block kurang lebih seperti ini ya. Dia ada 1, 2, 3, cuma mungkin 0,5-nya nggak ada ini. Kemudian ya nanti ada garis-garis atau grid-grid yang lebih kecil seukuran 1 mm, 1 mm, berjarak 1 mm. Jadi kurang lebih seperti ini, anggaplah seperti ini. Yeah, so I will print the screen and put it on OneNote. Supaya lebih cepat. Oh, kecil ya. Oke ya, biarin saja. Sorry. Oke, dah nggak apa. Saya coba sekali lagi dihapus tabelnya deh. Oke, sebentar ya. Nah, gini aja deh. Okay, so what I want to do now is to show you some example of plotting the graph, yeah, of trigonometric function. So I'll start with the sine graph, yeah. So plotting sketching graph. Okay, so I'll show you an example of plotting the sine graph, and yeah, I will give you some of its properties, and yeah, let's just work on it. So yeah, probably we'll start with plotting the graph from 0 degrees to 360 degrees, yeah. So our aim is to be able to sketch the graph. Yeah, so we'll start with plotting the graph, and then yeah, later I will explain some of its properties so that you know its properties. So next you will be able to sketch the graph, yeah. So I think I mentioned before what's the difference between plotting and sketching, yeah. So when you are plotting the graph, then you are putting the points on yeah, the coordinates of the points on the plane, yeah. So you are putting the coordinates, you are putting the points on the plane, and then you you draw some lines to connect the points, ya. Jadi kalau kita plotting itu nanti kita buat, misalnya kita gambar, kemudian kita gambar titik-titik yang kita punya, kemudian nanti kita hubungkan dengan garis, gitu ya. Nah, sedangkan kalau sketching itu tidak seperti itu, ya. Sketching itu lebih apa ya, lebih ya sketsa gitu ya, lebih kasar. Jadi nah, tapi tetap dengan sifat-sifat atau properti yang benar gitu ya. Okay, let's just start. So let's see. Oke, di sini ada garisnya. Oke, ada ya, kita buat saja. Satu, dua, tiga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ya, sekitar segini biarin. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll just move it later. So yeah, say something like this. So we have, yeah, let's mark the points from 0 to 360, ya. Ternyata digerakinnya agak sulit juga. Nah, nggak bisa lurus ya. Okay, so you can use any scale, ya. So yeah, we'll start with 0 here, of course. And then, yeah, you can, for example, you can give 30 degrees okay, let's say the 90 degrees, you can put it here, for example. Or yeah, you can also put it here. Yeah, but the point is you have to be consistent, yeah. You have to draw it on scale, yeah. So if you put 90 degrees here, then 180 degrees should be here, and so on. So okay, let's undo that. I want the 90 degrees here. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 3 blocks, yeah. Yeah, so I will draw, so this one will be 30 degrees, yeah, 30 degrees, and then 60, and then 120, 150, 180, and so on. Yeah, something like this. And yeah, we'll plot the points here. Okay, so we'll use the points that you have from last exercise. I mean the exercise related angle. So I'll just use one of your work to show. Or actually, I'll just redraw the table, yeah. So yeah, this is the table. Okay, I'll put it here. I'll put it down here or up here. Down here is better. Yeah, so we have the sine, cosine, and tangent from 0, 30 degrees, 45, 60, 90 degrees, and then 120, 125. Okay, all of them in degrees, yeah. So okay, so I'm going to plot the sine graph. So sine. So I'm going to plot the graph y equals sine x, ya. Y sama dengan sin x. So sine of 0 is 0. Setengah akar 2. Kemudian setengah akar 3. 1 setengah akar 3. Setengah akar 2. Setengah 0, ya. Kemudian negatif. Setengah. Nah, okay, first thing that you have to be aware of is that, yeah, to draw it on scale, you need to remember that the distance, yeah, between these points are not all the same, okay? So from 0 to 30 degrees, the distance is 30 or 30 degrees. From 30 degrees to 60 degrees is 30 degrees, but from 30 degrees to 45 degrees is 15, yeah. In other words, if you want to draw the 45 degrees, it's not like 0, 30, 45 here, yeah. It's not 45 here. It's not 45, it's 60, yeah, because yeah, the distance here is, yeah, I make the distance 30 degrees, yeah. Yeah, the scale is up to you. I just give you this example. So if you want to draw the 45 degrees, it should be between, yeah, in the middle of 30 and 60 degrees, yeah. Or, yeah, in the middle of 0 and 90 degrees. So it's around here, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, this is 45 degrees. Okay. Okay, next thing is drawing the, yeah, also, that's for the x-axis. For the y-axis, you should do the same. So if you have 0 and then 1/2 and 1/2 square root of 2, so it's not like this, yeah. Okay, this is the wrong one. Yeah, so pay attention, this is the wrong one. Yeah, this is not correct, yeah. This is not correct. Why? Because, yeah, again, the scale, ya. Jadi kalau ini setengah, kita naik setengah lagi harusnya 1 di sini, ya. Nah, terus setengah akar 3, setengah akar 2-nya di mana? Setengah akar 3 dan setengah akar 2-nya ada di sekitar sini. Nanti kita hitung. Gitu ya, nanti kita perkirakan. Mungkin saya share screen aja semuanya. Nah, bentar. Mungkin saya share screen aja dulu semuanya. Supaya kelihatan, ya. Nah, jadi apa tadi, kalkulator. Nah, jadi kalau kalian ambil setengahnya di sini, maka di sini 1 gitu ya. Di sini harusnya 1. Kalau setengahnya di sini, maka di sini harusnya 1. Ya, di sini 1,5 dan seterusnya ya, tapi kita tidak perlu karena sin itu batasannya cuma dari 0 sampai 1. Sorry, dari negatif 1 sampai 1 ya. Nah, ya mungkin nanti kalau segini cukup bagus ya. Ya, ini ya. Nah, terus setengah akar 2, setengah akar 3 itu di mana? Ya, kita harus perkirakan gitu ya, karena setengah akar 2 dan setengah akar 3 itu tidak rasional, bukan bilangan rasional, kita harus perkirakan dia nilainya sekitar berapa gitu ya. Kita bisa hitung pakai kalkulator, setengah akar 2 itu berarti akar 2 bagi 2 ya. Akar 2, sorry. Akar itu apa ya? Akar 2 ya, akar 2 per 2. Oke, akar 2 per 2 itu 0,70 atau 71 ya. Jadi sekitar, oke, setengah itu 0,5, jadi 0,7 itu sekitar sini. Ya, ini saya salah print ya, biasanya ini grade-nya 0,1. Ini mana? 1, 2, 3, 4 ya, cuma 4 biasanya 5. 0,7 nih berarti di sinilah ya. Nah, ini setengah akar 2. Sekitar sini gitu ya, dan mau nggak mau kita perkirakan sesuai kemampuan kita saja. Ini setengah, ini setengah akar 2. Nah, setengah akar 3 gimana? Ya sama caranya. Setengah akar 3 itu berarti akar 3 bagi 2 itu 0,86 ya. 87, jadi sekitar di tengah-tengahnya sini. Yeah, so yeah, again, the scale is up to you. You can put, for example, 1 here, so that, yeah, if you put 1 here, then sorry. If you put 1 here, you will have 1/2 here in the middle between 0 and 1 and so on. Ya ini ya, pokoknya kelihatan ya ini setengah akar 2, setengah akar 3. Ini lihat titik-titik isinya. Ini kita tidak perlu. Okay, so let's plot the graph. So okay, we'll use blue, for example. So 0, yeah. First we have 0 degrees, 0. So 0, 0, yeah. So 0 degrees, 0. So it's here. And then 30 degrees, 1/2. So it's here. And then 45 degrees, 1/2 square root of 2. So it should be around here, somewhere around here. Yeah, if you do the real, if you are using real millimeter block, you will do better, yeah, than this. Yeah, or yeah, I think you will do better if you are using real millimeter block, yeah. Okay, 60 degrees, 1/2 square root of 3. So it's around here, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, of course, you can use like a dotted line to help you put the point in the right place. And then 90 degrees, 1, so it's here. Yeah, and so on, yeah, and so on. So so we still have like 40 or 30 minutes plus. So let's continue. Okay. Yeah, for the points, just mark the point as much as you need. Yeah, you don't have to mark all of them, but yeah, just use what you need. So I think, yeah, of course, it's probably better if you put all of these points on the graph, yeah, but yeah, probably it's not always possible. So yeah, just do the best that you can. Okay, so yeah, let's go back. 120, so it's again 1/2 square root of 3, so it's the same height as this point. It's the same height as this point. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, it's around here, and then 135, it's 1/2 square root of 2. Yeah, probably around here. And then 150, it's 1/2, and then 190 degrees is 0. Yeah, the sine of 190 degrees is 0. Okay, so we have, from 0 to 190 degrees. So yeah, as far as we can see, it looks like a hill, yeah. It looks like a hill, and yeah, let's continue. Okay, now we have negative, so I haven't labeled the negative y-axis. So we have negative 1/2. So yeah, the scale is exactly the same as this one. So this is negative 1/2. And then this is negative 1. And we have negative square root of 1/2. Yeah, around, okay, let's see. It was 0.71, yeah, so it should be around here. And 1/2 square root of 3 is around here, yeah, negative. Yeah. Okay, so next point is 210 degrees, comma negative 1/2, so it's here. And then 100, sorry, this should be 225, yeah, 225. So it's here. Yeah, around here. And then for 240, it's around here. And then, yeah, and so on until you mark all of these points, yeah. And then, yeah, continue. So next is 300 degrees. And then 315, 330, and 360. Yeah. Yeah, can you see the shape already? So it's like one hill and one lembah ya. Ya, seperti satu gunung dan satu lembah. Okay. Yeah, next, after you have plotted all the points, you connect the points carefully. And yeah, try to draw the curve as smooth as possible, yeah. So don't yeah, what you should not do is you yeah, like for example, if you have something like this, you shouldn't like draw a straight line here and then straight line there, yeah. Yeah, so you should draw as smoothly as possible. So something like this. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you know what I mean. Just try to draw as smoothly as possible. So in this case, ya ini saya takut kehapus ini soalnya gampang kehapus. Yeah, it's something like this, and then ini sengaja saya potong-potong ya, soalnya kalau salah kehapusnya harus satu garis sekaligus. Nah. Biarin lah ya. Oke, nggak apa kalau mencong-mencong dikit seperti ini, wajar. Nah, ini mencong semuanya, jadi kita coba ulang. Yeah, so yeah, the result should be something like this. So this is the graph of y equals sine of x. Okay, and in this case, we restrict the domain, yeah, the domain only from 0 to 360 degrees, yeah. So this is y equals sine of x for x between 0 and 360 degrees. Okay. So yeah, let's look at this graph. Okay, before we continue, any question about the plotting? Yeah, so you've done this before with other graphs, so I think it shouldn't be much problem. But if you are not sure about something, then please ask. Okay, nothing. Okay, then let's continue with the properties. Yeah. So yeah, this is the graph. So yeah, so today we will draw. Yeah, so hopefully it will be finished. All of them will be finished today. Yeah. Today we will graph all of the trigonometric function. Yeah. So starting from the sine graph. So this is this one. And then, yeah, cosine and the tangent graph, you will do it as an exercise. And I will explain to you the properties of the sine graph. And next meeting, inshallah, the properties of the cosine and the tangent graph. Yeah, so first of all, it looks like a wave, yeah, gelombang. And indeed, yeah, it's the sine graph. We also call it what is it? Yeah, or we also use it to model wave ya. Jadi kita menggunakan ini untuk memodelkan gelombang memang. Maybe in physics, I don't know if you have learned it in physics or not, but yeah, to compute, yeah, for example, something that looks like a wave, yeah, you can use the sine graph. So I think it's, yeah, on the topic sound wave, or probably also, yeah, some other waves. Yeah, I'm not very sure. Okay, so yeah, and then what's next? So okay, so first of all, yeah, the shape, yeah, the shape of this graph, it looks like a wave. So yeah, it's also called wave, sine wave, I think. Yeah, something like that. And yeah, so as you know, if you want to sketch a graph, you need to know its general shape. Yeah, so for sine wave or sine graph, the general shape is like this. So it starts from 0. Yeah. So if you go from 0 degrees to 360 degrees, it starts from 0 and then it goes up until 1 on x equals 90 degrees. And then it starts going down and it cuts 0 at 190 degrees, and then it continues to go down until -1 on 270 degrees, and then it goes up again until 360 degrees. Yeah. Okay, how if we continue? What about if we continue the graph? Can we continue the graph? Yes, we can. Yeah, we can continue both to the right and to the left. Okay, we can both continue to the right and to the left. And yeah, I think I will extend, yeah, until -90 degrees. So let's extend until -90 degrees to the left. Yeah. So this is -30, -45, then -60 degrees, and then negative. Ya, terlalu pas ya di sini. negative 90 degrees. And then let's continue to the right until 450. Yeah, so we add or we subtract 90 degrees to the left, and then we add 90 degrees to the right. So 8, 19, 390, and then 420, 450. Okay, this one between the 380 and 420, we will put let's see, 410, 5, sorry. So yeah, to find the sine of these angles, we can use, so 390, for example, is just sine of 360 degrees plus 30 degrees, yeah. Okay, and if you remember the quadrant, because the 360 degrees is actually equal in position, to 0 degrees. So if you draw the quadrant, it's 0 and then 90, 180 and 270. Yeah, you go back to 380 here. Sorry, 360 here. So if you put, for example, 390 degrees, it's actually 1 rotation plus 30 degrees, yeah. So this is, this is 390 degrees. So this is 390 degrees, 390 degrees, and also 30 degrees, yeah. So the sine is exactly the same. Yeah, and it also is true for the next angles, yeah. So actually for any angles greater than 360 degrees, you can just subtract by 360, yeah, to get the sine or the cosine or the tangent. Jadi kalau kalian punya sudut yang lebih besar dari 360 derajat, ya karena satu putaran itu cuma 360 derajat, maka nilainya sama dengan, tinggal kita kurangi dengan 360 derajat gitu ya. Contoh 390 derajat itu sama dengan satu putaran tambah 30 derajat. Ya, atau 360 derajat tambah 30 derajat. Sehingga ya posisinya sama saja gitu ya dengan sin 30 derajat. Artinya nilai sinnya juga sama ya. Sehingga apa? Ya udah nanti sin 390 derajat sama dengan sin 30 derajat, kemudian sin berapa nih? 405 ya. 405 derajat ini sama dengan, ya ini karena 360 tambah 45, maka ini sama dengan sin 45 derajat. Nah, dan seterusnya. And in general, and so on, and so on. So in general, if we have sine something, which is greater than 360 degrees, we can change it directly to 360 degrees plus something, so plus alpha, for example. And this will be equal to sine of alpha. So I don't know, did I mention it before? Okay, no, yeah. I didn't mention anything about angles greater than 360 degrees. Yeah, but that's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea. And for angles less than 0 degrees, you can, just like before, yeah. I think for negative angles, I mentioned it before. So if you have positive angles, you go counterclockwise. So here, kalau sudutnya positif ke arah sini, kalau sudutnya negatif ke arah sebaliknya, ke arah sini ya. This is for negative angle. So for example, if you have 30 degrees negative 30 degrees, so it will be something like this, yeah. So this is 0. If you go negative 30 degrees, so you go 30 degrees clockwise, yeah. Yeah, so this is negative 30 degrees. Yeah, which means it's on the fourth quadrant. Jadi sebenarnya bisa dibilang juga sudut negatif 30 derajat ini sama dengan di kuadran 4 gitu ya. Jadi kita bisa cari dari situ. Yeah, in this case for sine, because sine is negative on the fourth quadrant, sine of negative 30 degrees is equal to negative of sine of 30 degrees, yeah, and so on. And in general, sine of negative alpha, or sine of negative of something is equal to negative sine of that angle, yeah. So yeah, let's go back to the graph. So yeah, using this knowledge, let's add some of the points. So yeah, we can just use this for negative angles and add the negative, yeah. So for 0, it's still 0. Negative 30, so the sine of negative 30 degrees is negative 1/2. Jadi sin negatif 30 derajat itu sama dengan negatif dari sin 30 derajat, jadi negatif setengah gitu ya. It's here. And then for 45 degrees, it's around here, negative 1/2 square root of 2. Negative 60 degrees, the sign is negative 1/2 square root of 3. And then negative 90 degrees, the sign is negative 1. Okay, so just like before, we connect the lines, connect with line, with a curve. So it's something like this ya. Oke, mungkin dipercepat saja. Untuk di atas 360 derajat juga sama. Tadi ya, tinggal ini kan 360 derajat tambah 30 sama dengan sin 30, sin 45, sin 60 dan sin 90 derajat. Nanti tinggal di titik-titikkan saja seperti ini. 45 derajat tuh di sini. Sorry. Hati-hati ya, ini ya, lihat dilihat angkanya, jangan sampai salah seperti saya tadi. Nah, itu kemudian kita hubungkan lagi. Oops. Okay, yeah, something like this. So yeah, it still looks like a wave, yeah. And yeah, actually, because yeah, the angle from 0 to 360 degrees is one rotation. And then from 360 degrees to, yeah, the next 360 degrees is another rotation and so on. The sign will also repeat, yeah. So yeah, you can see the repetition here, for example, from here to here, from negative 90 degrees to 90 degrees. It's exactly the same shape as from 270 degrees to 450 degrees, yeah. Okay, and actually, if you continue, it will, the next part from 450 to, yeah, the next 180 degrees will look exactly the same as this part. Okay. Okay, so it will always repeat, yeah, periodically. And yeah, this property is, yeah, we call it as a periodic function, yeah. So the sine wave or the sine graph is an example, or the sine function is an example of a periodic function, yeah. So in this case, the period is 360 degrees. Okay. Jadi grafik sin atau fungsi sinus ya, itu adalah sebuah contoh dari grafik yang periodik gitu ya, fungsi periodik. So yeah, I'll write down the properties later. So for now, just try to understand. So the first one, the shape is like a wave, yeah. Then next one is periodic, which means that it will repeat, yeah. It will repeat periodically. So in the case of sine, the period is 360 degrees, which means every 360 degrees, the graph will always go back to, yeah, will be the same, yeah. So for example, as you can see, from 0 and 360 is exactly the same. Okay, for 0 and 180, it's also the same, yeah. It's also 0, but in this case, if you go slightly to the right, for 180 degree, if you also go slightly to the right, we will get the different values. Okay. But if we check for 0 degrees, yeah, for 0 degrees and 360 degrees, if you go slightly to the right, then it's the value is still the same, yeah. The value will still be the same, and yeah, it will always hold no matter how far we go, ya. Oke. Jadi dari 0 derajat, kalau kita geser 90 derajat, sama dengan dari 360 derajat, geser 90 derajat kanan, gitu ya. Mau kita geser berapapun, dia selalu sama. Nah, begitu pula kalau kita mulai dari manapun, ya. Kalau kita mulai dari manapun, kalau kita mulai dari 90 derajat misalnya, kita geser sedikit, di sini juga kalau dari 90 derajat, kita geser sedikit, nah dia pasti nilainya sama. Nah, jadi dari sini gitu ya. Seperti itu. Oke, so this is, oke, tadi saya ganti ya, dari negatif 90 derajat sampai 450. Okay, and then what's next? The next one, yeah, you can see here the range, yeah, the range. So the range is between, so the highest, the graph will reach its highest point at 1, yeah, the highest value is 1 and the lowest value is -1. So the range is from -1 to 1. And then, okay, sebentar saya cek dulu. Okay, domain and range sudah ya berarti. Okay, what about the domain? So the domain can be anything. Yeah, usually in problems. Yeah, for example, in equations, yeah, the domain will be restricted. Oh, gini. So yeah, probably in the next meeting we will also talk about solving trigonometrical equation, ya, using the help of trigonometric graph, ya. Ya, contoh misalnya gini. Misalnya kita punya persamaan sin X sama dengan setengah. Ya, tentu kalau seperti ini kita bisa langsung lihat ke tabelnya ya tadi. Yang setengah mana saja, 30 derajat, 150 derajat gitu ya. Nah, dari situ kita bisa simpulkan X yang memenuhi, kalau kita mau X-nya antara 0 sampai 360 derajat, itu berarti X-nya 30 derajat atau 150 derajat yang memenuhi gitu ya. Nah, tapi kan ini cuma kalau ini ya, kalau dia sudutnya sudut istimewa. Kalau tidak sudut istimewa gimana? Nah, kita bisa menggunakan cara lain, antara lain menggunakan bantuan grafiknya gitu ya. Misal kalau kita cari sin X sama dengan 1/4 gitu ya, sin X sama dengan 1/4, maka kita bisa cari dari grafiknya 1/4 di sini, nanti kita tarik garis. Nah, kita bisa perkirakan gitu ya, ini di mana saja yang bisa kita tarik garis seperti ini, dari 1/4. Nah, kita bisa perkirakan di mana saja yang nilainya 1/4. Dari grafiknya kita bisa lihat di sini dan di sini gitu ya. Nanti kita ya bisa perkirakan gitu ya. Makanya gambarnya harus bagus. Harus seakurat mungkin gitu ya. Ya, tapi itu untuk next meeting. Okay, so what are the properties? Let me write it down. So the first one is wave, yeah. The shape, yeah. The shape is like a wave. It's like a wave. Wave. And then the second one is, what was it again? Periodic, yeah, periodic. Periodic, and the period is 360 degrees, which means it will repeat every 360 degrees. And then next one is, yeah, domain and range. So the domain is anything ya. Jadi domainnya sebenarnya real number. Mungkin domainnya nggak usah terlalu kita bahas ya. Domainnya sebenarnya real number, tapi nanti tergantung soalnya biasanya dibatasi sampai berapa gitu ya. Okay, how about the range? So the range, if we don't restrict the domain, then the range will be between -1 and 1. So -1 and 1, yeah. So the smallest it can get is -1, and the highest or the greatest is 1, yeah. And then, okay, and probably in some later in some example you will see, yeah, for example, if I restrict the domain only from 0 to 90 degrees, then the range will be from 0 to 1, yeah. Or if I restrict, for example, from 90 degrees to, or from 180 degrees to 270 degrees, then the range will be from 0 to -1, yeah. So yeah, of course, range it always depends on the domain. Yeah, but yeah, if you don't restrict the domain, then the range will be between -1 and 1, yeah. And it will not go beyond that because it is periodic ya. Jadi range-nya cuma dari -1 sampai 1. Nggak akan melewati itu ya, karena dia periodic, artinya dari sini naik sampai 1, kemudian turun sampai -1. Nah, mau sejauh apapun kita ke kanan, tetap saja paling tingginya 1 dan paling rendah -1 gitu ya. Seperti itu. Okay, any question so far? Okay, I guess not. So then let's, sorry. Yeah, so next I want you to to plot the other two graphs, which are the cosine graph and the tangent graph. Okay, on a millimeter block or a graph paper. Or if you don't have that, then you can use normal paper, but please draw it as accurate as possible. Yeah, you can use ruler or something like that. Or I can give you something like this, yeah. I can give you the file and you can print it, or you can also search it online. So, okay, sebentar. Yeah, so you plot the graph, and then you write down the property, yeah, especially the period and range, yeah. Okay, so for sine, okay, so I'll just tell you for sine and cosine, the shape is actually the same, but the only difference is the position, yeah. The position is slightly different for sine and cosine. For tangent, it's different. The shape is different. And the period, okay, you'll figure it out yourself, the period and the range, yeah. Okay, so ya, ngomong-ngomong untuk range-nya, terutama nanti untuk tangan ya, untuk tangan jangan terpaku pada tabel ya, jangan terpaku pada tabel. Kalau untuk cos karena dia bentuknya mirip dengan sin, ya range-nya juga bisa ditentukan dengan cara yang sama lah ya, tinggal dilihat grafiknya saja. Kalau untuk tangan, ya coba saja dulu ya. Okay, so that's all for today. Yeah, you can start now or ini sebenarnya kita waktu sampai 10.15 atau 10.20 sih?
10.15, Mas.
Oke, ada habis ya. Oke, kalau begitu silahkan jadikan tugas ya. Mungkin kita selesaikan di pertemuan besok saja. Ya artinya sebentar. Jadwalnya pertemuan besok itu apa sih? Oh, oke. Oke, ya. Silahkan dikerjakan, boleh langsung dikerjakan nanti setelah pelajaran selesai ya. Atau boleh juga dikerjakan besok. Nanti saya kasih deadline-nya bukan besok, kok, tenang aja. Sebenarnya lebih baik saya lebih cepat lebih baik ya. Cuma kalau misalnya belum selesai ya sudah. Jadi besok kita akan bahas ini ya. Kita akan bahas ya untuk grafiknya secara umum gitu ya. Jadi misal ini kan baru Y sama dengan sin X ya. Misal kalau Y sama dengan sin 2X, atau misalnya sin X tambah 30 derajat, nanti bentuk grafiknya jadi seperti apa. Ya, mungkin itu dulu untuk hari ini. So that's all for today. Inshallah we will continue tomorrow. Yeah, and actually please try to at least finish one of the graph yeah by tomorrow, so that we can talk about that. Yeah, and then yeah, if possible, please finish both graph tomorrow by the next meeting. If not, then at least one of the graph, yeah. And then catch. Yeah, so tomorrow we will use the graph to try to solve equations, yeah, and also graphing. Yeah, also graphing the other function. Okay, so thank you for today. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Let's close with hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Thank you,
wabarakatuh.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome.